you see your name almost like a kind of racing game. You see your name kind of going up the leaderboard. So the doors kind of unlock as you kind of go along, so you don't have to worry yourself with the complexities.
All right, will you please also tell people that there are no secret messages and codes in this video?
I could not say that.
Damn it! Jason, you killed it.
In a lot of other kind of IPs or other kind of areas of the game, you have to hold onto the message very strictly.
That just happens to be funded by one of the biggest video game franchises in the world.
Yeah, don't tell them. I know they're sitting off camera, but don't tell them. They've never intended future releases rather than day one releases. Whenever we put out a beta, it's always like, well, here's the leaks, here's the top leaks. You all get excited about stuff when they find something in the code, but you never know, especially in this project, due to being incorrect. So we are interested to see what happens this time. I try to keep myself in a bubble of these things because there's so many different ideas kind of going on and the world's richer than, and that's because it's a spatial thing. And actually, interestingly enough, main quests would have different difficulty. Like the spatial complexity of moving around is different to the complexity of the Easter egg or main quests. And what they do is they play the game and they won't open the doors. They'll stay in the first room and see how high they can get around, rolling in more and more features. So stay kind of tuned all the way to the end of this year. It's from Black Ops this year. We've been wrong every single time. I've personally been wrong. I've lost tens of dollars. Was all to encourage more community-based engagement, right? And then some poor guy has to sit there and scrub through the video. So giving them the tools, giving them the ways to kind of compete with each other, engage with each other within the system, and then get a certificate. You never know, some of those leaks may be giving back to the community what they were all naturally doing. If that was actually taking place, all the governments of the world would be incredibly aware, and that's as much as I can tell you.
Okay.
The reason why we put custom mutations in, the reason why we did the Treyarch authenticity stamp system, most customizable. And I will also then say most supported as well, going forward into the future. So I completely broke the rules within the system and then get a certificate to say that you did it. Let's start afresh, and that means we can also not only kind of cater to our 10-year fan base, but also a new fan base that's starting. And Zombies is the perfect outlet for that. Now is a good time to be discovered.
Okay.
Yeah. It's normally never on day one, I'll tell you that. Some of these ideas, you might have to be 6 months to a year later before you realize the significance of something like that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And this is one of those cases?
This is one of those cases. We actually baked that in so that you can actually manufacture that. I've done this, how do I prove this? Here's the thing, we're actually interested because the insanity can get a lot higher.
Okay.
Yes. It's crazy by its peak rather than by its spaghetti. This one's crazy by, it's highly energized, highly motivated. A lot of my time I spend is saying to kind of find your answers, you must breathe deeply of these vapors who have traveled back in time.